Okay, in this video, we're going to set up lead pages because we all need email leads. We all need people signing up to basically get those leads, capitalize, convert, and profit from them. Now, we've got a wide range of pre-done, highly optimized lead page layouts that we use and have generated literally hundreds, thousands of leads from each one of these high conversion rates. We have standard opt-in, two-step opt-in, and we're going to dive really into this in what we do here. So I'm going to just install a couple of other layouts. We've already installed a few here, but I'm just going to click that. You see it's automatically installing from our cloud system. Clicking here, installing those as well. All done and dusted. And if you want to, you can just download them as well, but we've just put this one-click install system just to make your life that much easier, because it's so much easier just to click a button than download it, install the zip, and everything else. So, okay, and we've also got Justin Brooks' high converting lead page right here. This is a proven converter. We've used this one a lot ourselves. And this one, for some of our officers, converted as high as 65%, which is amazing. I mean, using this has boosted a lot of our lead building by over 550%. That is unreal. But hey, that's why we're giving this to you. That's the power of what we do here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, add a new page, and we'll call this, let's just say that we've got an SEO report. So I'm just going to say, download your free SEO report. Or your, let's call it your control the first page report. Let's give it a virtual name. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come down here. Because we're using the PB theme, we need to hide some elements. We can turn off the top bar, the menu, the footer, breadcrumbs, and padding. It's basically, that's going to give us a perfectly blank page. And we're not going to use, well, we are going to use some background elements, but we'll get to that in just a moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to publish this page so that we've got, again, I'm just going to open that up. You can see this is our blank page. We've got nothing on this page at all. Okay, fine. Well, let's launch the editor. Now, again, I could have gone Profit Builder, Launch Editor. I could do it from here. But again, let's just open this base editor. And what we're going to do is we're now going to load one of those templates. Now, some of these templates you see in the preview have background images. In this case, some of them, as I say, we can't give those away. They're stock photography. But I'm going to show you how you can do some of this really cool stuff. So we've pulled in a few different ones. What I want to do here is see which one I want to use. I'm going to use the Evolve one. I like this one. It's one of my favorites at the moment, and we've had some really great campaigns with that one. So I'm going to find Evolve, and if I can't find it, just type in here. There we go, and load that one up. And you'll see, basically, okay, it's got a couple of options we need to set, but you can see that we have no background. So okay, let me just save this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a background. And I used this one. So I'm going to grab, I go to Deposit Photos. It's really a great place for cheap stock photography. But I just want to show you how I really customize this lead page to the max. And then we'll show you the integration of different setups. And again, you can search for anything. Actually, that's really cool as well. I like that. Actually like that one as well with the speed. Yeah, there's a few different ones. Again, horses for courses. And I'm just going to open that. I'm going to copy this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it into Photoshop real quick. And I set up a document that's the same size as the screen, 1920 by 1080. And again, this is just because I'm me. You can get someone else to do this if you don't want to. And I'm just going to resize this and adjust it. And if I want to, I can set it even taller, but I like that. I wanted to center it a little bit, just like that. So you can see I've got my basic background, and then just save it as a JPEG. So I'm going to save that. I don't want it too big, so I want it to fast load. Again, we also want to make sure that this is able to be loaded on mobiles. So again, we just play around with this. You know what? That's not quite centered. Okay. Actually, I think that's a little bit better there. So we'll resave that. Okay, so now, again, you don't have to. You can have a solid color. I just want to show you some of the cool features of what we do. Because, again, you want to capture eyeballs. The more you engage and capture an eyeball, the better. So now that I've created that, I can come down here. I can say, okay, select image. And then I can drag and drop. Or I can just select the file. So I'll pick it up off of my desktop. Done deal. Uploads it. Save all changes. Okay. Good to go. And did I actually did not insert it into the post, which is what I should have done. Let me just do that real quick. Okay, so there it is, show, and then insert into post. That's the button I should have pressed. So now that we've got that, and it gives you kind of a little preview there, you can also, this is one thing that, again, high converting, if you're setting up a campaign and retargeting, you can also drop in your retargeting pixel in here, which is very, very powerful. Also, one thing I do is if someone comes to my landing page or my squeeze page and they leave, I also have then a second exit offer. So sometimes I'll double hit based purely on my offer to make them even bigger no-brainer. I like to do that. I've seen that one technique literally skyrocket my conversions, because if I don't get them with the first one, I'll hit them with the second one. Maybe an offer that's slightly differently focused to tune it to that user. And again, a nice giveaway, nice freebie video or something like that. Either way, so you can set that up with the enable exit redirect. Just a little hint there, an incredible technique that works incredibly well. So now that we've done that, if I come over here, you'll see, and there you go, there is your squeeze page. Now you'll see that these empty columns are over here. Let's actually save this page and again preview this page as it shows up. Now again, we've got a couple of other little things here. I'm just going to show, I'm really digging into the deep parts of this. But again, now we've got a little bug here. This is the beta version. This won't happen in your version where it's overlapping. But you can see very, very simple two-step setup. And if I click this, hey, click below to get started, that's when the email address and stuff appears. That's a very cool instant micro commitment. And that's the technique we're using here. Micro commitments are, we want to make saying yes as easy as possible. So now we said that, okay, now where do we send it? It's as simple as that. Now, how do we set that up? Well, let me show you over here. What we've got here is obviously a opt-in element. I'm going to delete that and show you it's set up from scratch. You'd come in here, put in your headline, then your call to action, and then we'll take and go to advanced. And what happens is we get this default one. Now, again, let's come in and make some changes. I'm going to show you how to customize this very, very quickly. So let's take, okay, we've got this. We want to go to form style and say we want to, well, we want a transparent background. Let's take that background off. Again, lots and lots of options. You can literally customize these forms in any way you see fit. So let's now take, actually not too bad. I'm just going to leave that as pretty much default, but maybe I don't want the name. Maybe I want to, again, minimum commitment. So in the form field section, I can say no name, turn the name off. That way I just get the email. That's absolutely fine. Now, again, I can change minimize this. Lots and lots of options. Again, you can see how quickly I've changed that and customized that. Let me think here. Okay, let's go to two-step. Let's turn on the two-step. And what we can do here is just click enable. And what will happen is you want to have your great call to action. Discover the secrets the gurus will never tell you. Okay, so keep it simple. And boom, 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 boom. I'm good. Okay, now we'll actually have some fun. Let's actually install an autoresponder directly. How do you do that? Well, again, let's just test it. Just want to see, okay, enter your name. Now that's not very, because of the size of this, you can see it's not broken very well there, as we call it. So we'll go to form content, enter your name and email below, and click the button to get instant access to this explosive free report or free video. Let's see how that looks. So, okay, just do that. That's actually not bad. Let's actually pull it in here. I'm going to bold up a couple of these, bold up this, and that's looking pretty good. Now let's actually set up the autoresponder part, because we've got the form. Great. Now we need to hook up the autoresponder. Now we've got several different ones that you can use. We support pretty much everything that can produce an external embeddable form. For example, here is, I'll move that right now. For example, Rapid Mailer. If you're using Rapid Mailer, I set up a test list here. Just click offsite code. This is how you generate your external embeddable code. You can set up your redirects as you see fit, and all the rest of it. Click generate offsite code. Whatever you want, whatever you've got set up, no problem. Just grab your actual offsite code, click, copy, paste, and watch what happens with here. You can see it automatically processes. It extracts all the information, sets up your form URL, sets up your form fields. If you're not sure if they're not correctly assigned, for example, the email field, you can see all of the actual individual ones, and you can assign each one to whatever you want. Now we've turned off the name, so we don't have that. If I turn that back on, let's leave that back on, no problem. And we can see here, now we actually have a couple of custom fields as well, because it's pulled them from the system. So we can come in here, if there's custom fields, we want to remove them, no problem, turn them off, and it will turn off the whole lot. And again, you can just see, because we're doing this, okay, I can remove individual ones. So we can check that we have everything set up as we like. We also have hidden fields, which it pulls and extracts, no problem. You can change and tweak them as you see fit, and you're good to go. Literally, how simple was that? Just paste in your form, check a couple of things, make sure it's assigned them right, and you're good to go. You can also do this with Aweber. Say, for example, I've got Aweber here, and I want to create a new sign-up form. No problem, because you've got to have a form attached to your list. So I'll just say I've got the basic form here. All I need is save the form and go to step 2. I can set up my redirect, so I can, for tracking, I'll just call this DD form, just for the name of it. Thank you page. I want to go send them to a custom URL. Maybe I want to send them to, I don't know, affiliaterockstars.com/thanks. And then maybe if they're already subscribed, I'll send them to the same place. Again, save your code. Good to go. Go to step 3. I will install my form, grab the raw HTML, copy, and then what we'll do here is come back over here. I'm going to delete this form for now, or I can just republish it, and it processes it automatically. You just want to make sure that everything is correct. It's all hooked up. It's detected the name, okay, the email, okay, it seems good, and then just go ahead and test it, see what you like. It's all good, done and dusted. In fact, I'll turn off that just to make sure, and again, test my form, 2-step, sounds good. Now, what about, now I'm going to run through just a couple. MailChimp, say for example, I've got a test list over here, no problem, I click on test list, and then I want to create a sign-up form, and we'll just create an embeddable form, and basically that's how it looks. First name, last name, and everything else. Oh, that's okay. Let me grab that, just the raw code, and again, I can just come over here, to this form, come to the top, copy, paste, and literally integrate. But it wasn't sure about the name. It couldn't pull the name in this case. So I'm just going to assign the F name, which is the first name field, to this. That way I know I've got my first name, and then I can check everything else. How am I installing it? Transparent, okay, fields, field color, no name. Let me just, again, test it. You can see it's pulled out all the other elements. Well, we don't want that. We don't want that. And we don't want that. Let's just leave those out. Test it. Just got my basic information. I'm good to go. See, how quick is that? So again, just save it. And again, I just want to preview it. Preview the page. And again, eye popping, good to go, boom. Get instant access, and you can see in this case, the form field's not overlapped. It's good. Actually, that bug was fixed. I took a break and made sure that was quickly done. But you can see how quick is that. Boom. That is a beautiful, high converting sales page or squeeze page right there. Instantly created and customized in seconds. Now again, just one thing, if you want to, I had that in black, but if I want to customize this, make that a little more visible, hey, no problem. Get that out of the way. Oh, that's my last pass. Well, let me just drag it up there. Done. Okay, boom. Perfect. Timed and tuned to perfection. And just because these fields are empty up here, they don't show. So it's all good. Makes life very, very easy indeed. But let's change this dynamically. Let's completely change focus. Let's create another one real quick. And I'm just going to whiz through this one. I'm going to go load a template. And let me see, which template shall I create this time? Let me use the basic one. What we use is one of our cores. So I'm going to come over here, just do a search for basic. And there we go, squeeze page basic, load, and again, I'm just going to take that. Okay, now it's already got a background on here. Again, boom, 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 let's have a look. Okay, very simple setup. I'll take that. I'm just going to grab my form code from, say, Rapid Mailer, grab that. And if you have the Ultimate Bundle, by the way, you get Rapid Mailer for free. That was one of the special offers we were having there. So I'm just going to grab that, put that in there, paste. Again, just check to make sure everything's cool. Custom fields. I don't think we actually have any custom fields per se there, but let me just check. Okay, just make sure the email is good. I can change that as I see fit. Maybe I don't want that one. I'll take that row off. In fact, I'll delete that row altogether. And actually, what they were doing there was actually let's do this. I'm going to add a little bit of margin on the top. I want to push that down the page a little bit, so let's do 100 pixels. Actually, let's make that a little more. Let's make that about, let's say 350 pixels. I want to give it a little bit of dynamic approach there. Okay, now what we'll do is let's change the background. Let's do something like, let's see, woman, beach, happy. Okay. And I'll just try and find something where there's a little bit at the top that looks cool. Try and find something really, again, just that appeals to people. So let's say we'll grab this young lady here. I'll grab the bigger one. Again, I'll just grab a credit. And that's downloaded, so I'm just going to grab that. I'm going to put that back into the same document we had here and just resize it because I got it rather large. I'd much rather have larger pictures than smaller. Okay, so again, just quickly save that. And the size, if you're making wanted a note, is 1920 by 1080, but you can go bigger. Again, you want to kind of have it so it fits and fills the background. Enough information that on bigger monitors it won't look all bitty and broken up. So I do about this size, and that works out rather well. So okay, I'm going to do let's see, beach background. And maybe this was for a weight loss thing. Actually, I've used beach pictures and mountain pictures, just something that looks visually appealing because it focuses the eyeball and then you get the attention. Sometimes I'll use backgrounds that have nothing to do with the product at all, but just because it looks visually appealing and it makes people pause to read what it's about. It's amazing how that actually works, but it's all the sales psychology. So I'm just going to grow, let's say, select image, and I'll upload a new one. So I'll just grab that, select that off my desktop. I could drag and drop, but I'm just going to make it easy on you and not give you epilepsy as I'm flipping between monitors. So make sure that's all good. That's the full URL. That's great. Insert into post. So that's now in there. I'll just go ahead and update the page. And then when that's saved, we will just quickly save this one, refresh, reload, and we're good to go. Boom, boom, boom. There we are. Okay, now I can change the title here. Say, for example, I've got this up here. How you can lose, say, for example, 10 pounds in 10 days without dangerous crash diets. Okay. So I could do that, and I can add a little spacing around it or what have you. I can add padding. I can play around with that as I see fit. See, for example, that doesn't quite break right as far as I'm concerned. So I can add a little bit around, in and around this. Let me see, I can break it a little differently. I can add a little carriage return in there. I can set custom font sizes. So for example, I can, let me increase the font size. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. And I had a break in there. Let me actually take that out and take that out there. And if you want to, you can add your own custom coding, because if you want to get into the HTML, I made this for me. Okay. Originally, this was all designed for my own needs, so I'm a little bit of a coder. I can get into the code if I want to, but I don't have to. That's the beautiful thing. So you can just use the editor and do it. It gives you the raw HTML if you want to do some custom stuff. Again, this is all built for maximum flexibility. So let me now save that. Now let me go over here and let's preview it, see how it looks. Now maybe I don't want to do some of those things, so boom. There we go. Very, very sexy. You can play around with that. And again, just keep it simple. That's one of the beautiful things with opt-in pages. Keep it simple. Done deal. So you can do all sorts of cool things. I mean, let's now completely change things. Let's go over here. I'm going to load one more different type. Let me see from here, which one would I like? Let me take the Facebook giveaway. There you go. Fantastic little layout. Let's see, Facebook giveaway. We'll remove this lady altogether, or maybe we'll keep her in. We'll see how it floats. Okay, now we can only see her bottom. That's not going to be very useful. So let's come over here, edit that out. We don't need that now. Let's change it to none, or we could select a video, but let's just leave that as it is for right now, and we can then put our graphic in here for our big image or our opt-in. Actually, let's just remove that. Let's put in our little opt-in, advanced, opt-in, boom, boom, done. And I can change, again, that's a little narrow there, but I can change that around, set it up as we want, and again, just rock and roll. Now I'm just going to actually change that, refresh this page, get rid of the background image. Very simple giveaway page. Here we go. Let me in. Actually, that's the opt-in right there. Let me change that. That was actually, maybe you'd put a box shot there or something like that. So for example, you can have the profit builder box shot or your image box shot. You've got the yes, let me in giveaway. Hey, grab this free video, it'll do this, or grab this free report. Boom, 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 done. Very, very simple. And again, I'm just going to take that. I'm actually going to put the opt-in in again, just with some custom settings. Boom, select, click and done, just like that. Now let's make it two-step. So let's go to two-step, enable. And again, I'm not going to put all the elements in there. I'm just going to boom, 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 get instant access. Let's go to the form style, make it transparent, change the text color, we'll make that white, modify it as we see fit. Maybe we'll change it so it actually flows a little better. We can just make sure that that's working. That's good for us. And again, put our code in. Again, just quick, boom, done. When you're done with it and you're happy with it, take away the controls. How does it look? Okay, bring them back in. See that? Again, you can preview everything, make sure everything's flowing for you. You're good to go. So very, very quickly, you can assemble literally absolutely anything and boost and skyrocket your conversions very easily. Now, we've gone into this in a great deal of depth. The best advice I can give is go play with it. Go build it. Build any kind of page that you can imagine. Use any of these elements in any combination that you can imagine. The best thing you can do is go do it. This is one of those things, is we've made it so easy to get started. All you've got to do is click a few buttons, copy and paste your form code, and you are ready to rock. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video in just a few moments.